Ding ding. Welcome. You're right on time for Delulu Hour, the newly revamped podcast coming from Cancelled. Yes, this is the second episode now. Yay. So, as the name entails, Delulu Hour is the podcast where I yap for however long about life, pop culture, anime, and of course, K-pop. And all with a hint of spice and a crap ton of delusion. My name is Kevin, and I'm the main host of the show. Today, we have a very spicy guest. I'm sure she has a lot of fire takes for the topics that we'll be talking about today. So please give a warm welcome to Thuva. Hello, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Thuva. I'm a very big K-pop fan. BTS is my alt group, but I also stan TXT. Stream their album.
Slay.
Also,
yeah.
LE SSERAFIM stan too.
LE SSERAFIM stan? Okay, got it. Tell us more, what do you do right now? What are some hobbies? Tell us more about yourself.
Hobbies also include watching anime and currently on summer break.
Slay.
We love that. But yeah, I'm a university student, a psychology student, going into my co-op term coming September.
Slay.
So.
Wait, what do you learn in psychology? Genuine question. Because I was about to go into psychology, but then they accepted me for media, so I was like, okay, I'm not doing psychology.
Well, for me, it's more so a lot of I'm going into clinical psychology, so
Ooh.
With the hopes of kind of going into psychiatry. So I'm gonna have to do med school to be able to prescribe medication, but coping strategies, sometimes I know for first year we were taught the DSM-5 for the testing to see what type of mental how to see what mental illnesses people could have.
Okay.
Or, and it's not all one set type of thing. It's I think I'm trying to remember, but there's a certain score that you would need to get to be able to diagnose yourself with a mental illness.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of funny because how would you diagnose us Delulu K-pop stans?
I think we're in the denial stages of a lot of things.
Denial for what exactly?
Denial of reality.
Denial. That is so funny because you watched my first episode, right? And I was talking about falling in love with 2D men instead of 3D men.
Yes.
What did you think of that?
Honestly, I agree. 3D men they suck.
They suck. They suck for real.
2D men is where it's at, guys. As someone who's also the thing is, I also read, so it's not just 2D men. It's men on paper.
Men on paper.
Yes. That's my bar. My bar is in literal hell. All you have to do is be nice. That's where my bar is at this point.
We need to have standards, girl.
The thing is, my standards were very low before I got into K-pop, and then once I got into K-pop, they were pretty high.
Okay. No, but I feel for me, getting into anime and a little bit of K-pop made my standards higher. It made me realize this is how a man should treat you. I'm okay.
Yeah, I seeing how the leaders of the K-pop group treat their members and their staff. Right. I'm just okay, yeah, that's what I want. But also anime, because the thing is, I've been rewatching Fairy Tail. And I would see how the two main characters interact with one another, and I'm why can't I have that? When am I gonna get that? That's what I want.
It's because it's literally perfectly scripted so that they get the best reality, right? But who's scripting mine? Who's scripting
exactly mine? Where's my author? Where's my
author? And then we realize it's ourselves. Oops. So so you said your bias group was BTS, TXT, LE SSERAFIM. Yeah. But I want to know how did you actually get into K-pop?
So I think honestly the first group I listened to was actually EXO.
Ooh. Okay, when?
So it was around the same time. It's when Call Me Baby came out, I think.
Call Me Baby? I don't know when that came out.
I think 2016-ish.
Oh, okay. That's pretty... Oh, that's actually around the time I started listening to.
But I remember, I think I was in sixth. No, 2016 was not sixth grade. That's like ninth grade. Sorry. No, it was pretty early. It was earlier than that. Sorry. But I remember because one of my well, we don't really talk much anymore, but like one of my closest friends back in the day, was a huge K-pop stan. Like we started talking because of anime, because I got into anime via my brother, but we started talking, and then she was like, she would try, like, I remember when I was younger, I really didn't listen to like K-pop in general, but I was like, unfortunately I was this person that was like, I was very ignorant at the time. I was a young kid, and I've grown from that, but like I was like, what is this shit? And then
that was me too.
Because she was a big BTS stan, and so she would like recommend like BTS songs. But I do remember like one of the BTS songs became one of my most listened to songs of that year. I think it was Run.
Oh, that song is so good. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like the Run, I Need You era, and
that
I was
like,
my
favorite era. Yes.
Honestly, one of their best eras, and apparently they're bringing it back for their 10th year anniversary, because it's like this year is apparently. This year or the next year, they're doing something big for its 10-year anniversary.
I think. Wait.
They were like, I was like, okay. But this is when I didn't have like Spotify Premium, so it was like one of the only songs I had listened to. And then I kind of like, I think in 2018 is like when I became like a huge BTS fan with like DNA and Idol.
Okay.
Like, that's when that shit came out.
Yeah.
But I do remember I was like so obsessed with Call Me Baby by EXO. And then I got into their songs like Growl and Monster, but like I was never really a big EXO fan. But yeah, I do remember like I was heavily into like the Run, I Need You, Mic Drop, and Not Today also kind of like cemented BTS as like a big stan. And then when it came to like TXT, it was actually not like their debut or anything. It was anti-romantic era that I became like a huge TXT fan. Yeah, because I would hear like that little snippet
on TikTok.
On TikTok when they were teasing it. I became so obsessed with it. I remember I stayed up for the release of that album.
It was so popular. And then I listened to oh my god.
Yeah. I think it was more popular than their title track at the time.
Yes.
Or for that album. Because I think Loser Lover was the...
Yeah.
Was it? I don't remember.
I think so.
Like, well, see, I can't remember.
Yeah, well, speaking of TXT, I actually went to their concert in New York. Hey!
That's how we got the t-shirt.
Yes, we got the t-shirt for you. Slay.
I know.
But they actually didn't perform Anti-Romantic at the concert. I was so sad. Oh my god.
I'm actually not surprised that they didn't do that one.
Why? Because like it's so popular though.
It might be like I think it's one of their most popular songs, but I think because more fans know Cat and Dog, or since Cat and Dog's become such like a staple within the community or within the TXT fandom, they perform that more so than Anti-Romantic. Also because it's a ballad, right?
But I don't think it's bad to have ballads during like
no.
a concert.
I love ballads. I'm a ballad girly at heart.
Me
even
too.
Though like I vibe to like their like a lot of my favorite songs are ballads, but the songs I listen to more are the dance, like the hip hop, or not hip hop, but like the more dancey pop songs.
Yeah.
But I feel like for a vibe of a concert, it would not make sense in a sense because they want people to have fun. So like having like so many ballads might bring it down because they had Quarter Life Crisis.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
But that's not really a ballad. That's like. Kind of like a upbeat song that it's sad, but still. But like they did sing ballads. I forgot which one they sang.
And they have a couple ballads for sure.
Yeah, they did perform a few, and especially like towards the end where, like they're closing off the concert. We're gonna get into like the main meat of the podcast now. It's nice. It's I guess. Funny how you mentioned like HYBE artists, TXT, LE SSERAFIM, and big BTS, because we're actually going to be taking a closer look into what's going on at HYBE. So, for the viewers or listeners who don't know, like, first of all, I want to make it clear that we're not going to bash any of the idols involved in this mess. Yeah, we love NewJeans, we love ILLIT, we love LE SSERAFIM. We love we're not
okay, the thing is, I want to say this, like, I'm not on either like person's side.
Mm-mm.
I just want what's best for the artists themselves.
Yes, yes.
Because the thing is, like, Min Hee-Jin has done shitty things, but so has HYBE, and HYBE is a corporation, and we don't fuck with corporations.
No, we don't like
That's all I gotta
big
say.
money companies. Yeah. Okay, okay. But yes,
Anyways,
and a lot of the things that we're gonna be talking about are like could be like, you know, alleged or just like accusations, and also like we don't
mhm,
know like the truth per se. Like
it's very
I
he
try to
said,
do
she
my
said.
research as much as I
Mhm.
could, you know, to get the most accurate information, but also like it's a shitstorm. Like I don't know what the hell's going on.
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of media play, like a lot of unnecessary things were being brought up at
Yes.
the same time. So it's
Yes.
like, is this very important into this conversation,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
are we just saying this to make the other side look bad?
No,
You
they're
know,
definitely doing media play, but yeah, we'll get into that.
for sure.
We'll get into that. Okay, so the whole thing started. It's HYBE versus ADOR. So HYBE is, you know, BTS company, and ADOR is a subsidiary of HYBE. With
Yeah.
Min Hee-Jin being the CEO and like the founder, and HYBE is like, you know, the top dog company right now, right? You know, given that they made BTS, like they were pretty much outshining like JYP, SM, and YG at this point. I'll be
Yeah.
honest, right? Because they have BTS,
Mhm.
they have 17, they have TXT, Hyphen, Le Sserafim, NewJeans, and like a lot more artists to come, right? And a lot more that I didn't
Mhm.
mention. So they're big, they're big, and
They're huge.
I believe like this whole feud started back all the way to the day like that HYBE or that Min Hee-Jin started working with HYBE, right?
Mhm.
I'm not sure how much you looked into it, but pretty much Min Hee-Jin started at SM Entertainment.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
I'm
actually like
aware. She was
created a
the
lot of
creative
like
director.
created a lot of
She was
hits.
yeah, I know she was like kind of, I know like FX was one of them, Red Velvet, like she
Yes,
created a lot of their like concepts,
yes, yes.
and like a lot of this kind of happened. Well, I'll let you get into it
Yeah, I mean, you could
because
talk
I'm
about it too, because I'm not sure. Like, I think the CEO of SM, Lee Soo-man, like told her like to, I think they let her go, right? For some reason, I forgot why.
so what I've like heard was, or what I've like came across was she wanted to leave,
Mm.
but the like the guy at SM, I forgot the guy's name, he was like, why don't you like take a break,
Mm.
and then like you can come back and we'll give you whatever you want.
Mm.
And then so, like, I think she was like there for like another 3 months or so, and then she was the one that quit. And when she quit, like 2 days after, apparently, Bang PD hit, like, someone from Bang PD's like team hit her up,
Oh
being like, "Hey,
wow.
you want to
Okay.
come work for us? And like we'll give you like the creative like freedom you want or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know how much of that is accurate. But all I know is she did work for SM, and then she did leave at one point. Like she did leave because like things weren't working out for her.
Yeah.
So she left and she decided to like, pursue other like options, and she ended up at HYBE.
Yes. Yes. I think precisely what happened from the big hit side, right, was that they needed to
Mhm.
debut a girl group.
Yeah.
But they didn't have success with like because whenever
They
Big Hit debuted a girl group, like it always like went to shit for some, like they just had a
yeah.
curse, right? Apparently.
They also I believe, again, this is like speculation. I feel like this is speculation, but I think there was like something where like Bang PD was like, oh, if we debut a girl group under Big Hit, like BTS's company, like the BTS's fangirls would like not
Yes.
support it or care
Yes.
to to like pits or something. And I'm like, yeah, I see it. Cause like not the entire fan base, cause I know like it's like such a big fan base, like there are like a small few that would do something like boycott this like group,
Mm-mm.
and it could like really hurt that group.
Mm-mm.
But the thing is, like, I feel like a lot of people consider like not New Jeans, let's Femme to be like BTS's like sister group, to be honest. Because I know,
Really?
I feel like that's kind of what's happening though, because a lot of people that like I know like when the comments came for like BTS's like support like or BTS like doing like challenges with their fan NewJeans, like they were like very sweet towards them. So I don't know how much accurate like saying that, oh, maybe back in like when BTS was like starting to get popular, it would have been like that. But like nowadays, like people I think are more open to like having girl groups because like again, like there are these grown ass men that can do whatever the fuck they want with their lives. I'm sorry, can I swear?
No, go ahead. I've been swearing.
Okay, is that like they can do whatever the hell they want with their lives, and like no one can control them.
Yeah,
like they're their own grown ass men. Like they're their own people. They can do whatever they want, like whatever they want, and like at this point, like if people like start hating on them, they're not gonna give a shit.
No.
And I think it's kind of getting obvious because like I know Jungkook has spoken up about it. RM has spoken up about it. I'm pretty sure like V has spoken up about it. Like these guys, they don't care anymore. Like they're just like, you know what? Fuck you guys. If you're gonna be like this, fuck you guys.
Yeah. But because they're under like, you know, the company still, like they have to follow like rules and stuff like that, right? And like they have to appear a certain way, like because at the end of the day, like they're still idols, right? So like they're expected to act like fan servicey still. They're expected to act like perfect, you know.
I feel like now for them, they might not do like we don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen when they come back in 2025. We'll see with what happens with Jin. I guess Jin and J-Hope when they come back. But I feel like at this point, because like with Chapter 2 itself, they've kind of ventured into like their own kind of territories with their music. Yeah. Which is very interesting to see. Like, have you listened to RM's new music?
I actually did not. Oh my god.
One song that I really recommend, like it's very like it's kind of reminiscent of like his first like mixtape. Yeah. With like the innuendos and stuff. But it's very mature. Oh. And like Jungkook's album, like 7, hello.
Jungkook is just in his Justin Bieber fuckboy era.
Yes. But like Jungkook, I wouldn't say like none of the other members have had like that type of album. Like the youngest of the the group is like exploring his own sound in a way that like I don't think any other idol would have done, especially because that's not like the fact that it was all sexual or whatever. Because I know all the like a lot of idols have done that, but he went in a very different route, and he went English with it.
I think that was like the right play though, because like Jungkook is, I guess you could say like, when I think of BTS, I honestly think of Jungkook.
Yes.
He's kind of like the icon of the group.
Yeah, he's become the face of the group.
Yeah.
Even like I don't even think that was intentional. It's just like people kind of to him, like to everyone, he was like the most attractive member of the group.
No, he is.
And he's the youngest. And like when you and like his vocals, like when you think BTS, like one of the first people to come to mind is gonna be Jungkook, because like a lot of people say like that's his bias. Or they're like he's their bias. But then they get into the group and then they connect with another member. Like he's kind of like a gateway to BTS essentially.
I remember when I got into BTS, like him and Suga were like my bias members.
Yeah. For me, like it's always been RM. Like when I like first like looked at a photo of the group, I just like I don't know. I just got attached to RM, and then he's been my bias since. Like I've never, but like he's been like my alt bias, and then Jin is like my bias, and then Suga and J-Hope are like my bias records. So like
I have a question for you now.
Yeah.
Are you into
I feel like I know where it's gonna go.
Are you into like the daddy types?
Yes. I knew where I was gonna go. Literally,
I was gonna say like out of all those members that you named, like those ones give like the most like I'm ready to start a family with my 2 kids right now.
Yeah, no, because the thing is, I've noticed like, and I've been called out about this, but like in most groups that I could listen to or stand, like 17, TXT, BTS, like even Mamamoo is different, but like with the majority of the boy group stands that I listen to, like boy groups that I stand that I listen to, my bias is the leader.
Oh, okay.
So it's like very okay. I'm into the daddy type.
Yes,
like
yes.
someone like they'll take care of me type.
Yeah.
And then for Mamamoo, my bias was Moonball, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. She wasn't the leader, but like she has like that energy that like, yeah, follow me, girl.
She has mommy energy.
She has mommy energy. She has mommy energy.
I mean, all of them have mommy energy, but like, yeah, it was something about her in that hit music video that just kind of. Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah. What was I talking about?
Can I just say, like, you just went on a whole tangent. All I mentioned was like BTS was the biggest groups of HYBE, and then you just went on a tangent.
I went on a tangent. This is why I can't. This is why I'm sorry. I kind of forgot where it's going with my point.
I don't know where you were gonna go with it either anymore.
No, I forgot what I was meant to. I forgot what I was saying.
Okay, but it's okay. But the point is, BTS made big hit. Yeah.
Yes.
They paved the way for big hit. Yeah. Okay.
And like HYBE in general, yes.
HYBE, yes. Okay,
I'm
and then
so sorry.
No, it's okay. But then we were talking. It's okay, don't worry. Okay,
anyways.
Yeah, we were gonna say. We were talking about how Big Hit can't debut girl groups because they have a curse.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, because I do know that they had a girl group that they ended up.
It was called Glam or something.
Yeah.
And then like apparently like it wasn't like necessarily like the company's fault, but the girls like they almost all had like a scandal involved with each of them.
Oh,
so it was kind of unfortunate. Yeah, but they were like
bad,
they were like gonna pop off, but in the end like too many scandals, so they just disbanded, right? But yes, so HYBE needed help to debut a girl group, and they got Min Hee-Jin to go on board since like she had a reputation of creating girl groups from SM Entertainment already, right? So they decided, for one, they needed Min Hee-Jin to make the girl group, and two, to do it under the subsidiary label Source Music, so that BTS wouldn't get attached to the girl group name. Right? Oh yeah, that's where you were going. we were talking about how like BTS and girl group
like Seraphim was like considered to be BTS's sister group.
Yes. So Min Hee-Jin saw the trainees at Source Music, but she thought all these trainees are too old. All these trainees are like, I guess, not her vision, except for like Minji who was there at the time. So then she told Big Hit like, I don't like any of these trainees. Like, give me my own label and give me my own audition. Like, I'll hold my own audition for my own trainees, right? And that's how they got the members of NewJeans, right? But then, like, this was during the time when IZ*ONE, you know IZ*ONE, right? Yeah, so IZ*ONE was the produce group from Mnet. Like, that's when HYBE saw that the two very popular members, Wonyeon and Yujin, are going to debut with IVE, right? And then, so Bang PD was like, we need to compete with that, right? So instead, we're gonna get Sakura and Chaewon, also from IZ*ONE, and debut into Le Sserafim, and they wanted Min Hee-Jin to debut Le Sserafim, like with her name, with her thing, right? So that it's one not under the BTS quote unquote BTS label, and also it's their new girl group, right? Okay.
What I heard was apparently there was some this is what I heard, but like again, I don't know if it was true, but they were supposed to actually debut under Big Hit, but then they were like, okay, you know what? Apparently like Le Sserafim was supposed to be under Big Hit, but they had to end up moving that to Source Music because Min Hee-Jin took all the trainees to ADOR. That's what I heard.
Oh,
but like that could be totally wrong.
I'm not sure about
I genuinely, I genuinely don't know. Because like I at first like that's what I heard, and then it was switched up and was like, oh, like essentially what I heard at the end of the day was Min Hee-Jin took the trainees of Source Music and brought them to ADOR, which led Source Music to go or was about to go bankrupt, and they had to disband G-Friend.
Yes, that was another thing.
They had to disband G-Friend, and so that's why Le Sserafim's debut was super fucking rushed.
Yes.
And then I think like that's kind of what happened.
Yes.
So like they rushed Le Sserafim's like thing like debut super quickly because Min Hee-Jin wanted like a new group, like she wanted fresh young faces.
Yeah.
Which ended up being NewJeans, and a lot of it became. Apparently, she wanted NewJeans. I don't know. Bang PD apparently told her that NewJeans was gonna debut first.
Yes, they were supposed to debut first.
They were supposed to debut first, but then with the whole situation, the Seraphim started getting rushed, and then apparently NewJeans wasn't given enough funding apparently for like promotion stuff, which is why they kind of appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it worked in their favor.
Yeah.
In all honesty, like no promotions and just having them out there. It caused a lot of attention and it got them a lot of views.
No pun intended. They got a lot of attention.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. But yeah, it did work out for them. But also like it caused like a lot of frustration. I heard from like not just NewJeans and like Min Hee-Jin, but also like their parents were involved somehow for some reason.
Yeah.
Like they're saying like because their debut got pushed back, they were all scared that like Bang PD was gonna say like ultimately no, you can't debut this group kind of deal.
Apparently, Min Hee-Jin wanted them to debut later. That's why they had to rush Le Sserafim's debut. That's what I heard. Like at least that's what was kind of being said.
Okay, I'm not sure that.
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah,
it's really a he said she said situation.
Yeah. And continuing on, so after that fiasco happened between Le Sserafim and the debut of NewJeans, they finally got to debut NewJeans, but then now that ADOR is seeing so much success with NewJeans, Min Hee-Jin is apparently trying to like push like media play that talks like bad about big hit groups or HYBE groups, such as like Le Sserafim, ILLIT. I think sometimes like I heard like even BTS, like she tried to do negative media play, so that
apparently there was like some plagiarizing scandal that came out recently. I didn't hear about it, but apparently that was a thing.
Yeah. And that so that their HYBE stockholders would sell their stock so that so that ADOR can buy out HYBE and then they could become their own individual label. I think that's what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now that whole thing has been blown into public because HYBE initiated an investigation on ADOR, saying
apparently, the thing is, apparently, I think it was just like a regular audit because HYBE is such a big group, and like their quarterly audits were coming up, like who brings in what to the company, and so that audit was happening, and they just kind of stumbled upon it by chance. Apparently, that's what was said.
Oh, because I think I did hear like they had like the file folder names that were like really like suspicious. Apparently, like one of the folders names was like Final Escape Plan. I was like, what? What?
Yeah.
Why? If you knew like an audit was gonna happen, like why would you name your super top secret folders like that, right? But also, I mean, I guess it's good that they got caught, but also like it's such a shitstorm now because like
it really is.
Everything has to be like in public for like the stockholders because it's like a public business, right? So they need to share what's going on inside the company.
But Min Hee-Jin also said that they brought all this out because she went to them about ILLIT, saying that they're plagiarizing NewJeans.
Yeah.
Like in the terms of a concept, which it's very interesting because the thing is, NewJeans' concept isn't new. Like the Y2K concept isn't new, but what they were doing, like their sound was kind of new. Yes. And it was very interesting because like that's how they gained their popularity.
Yeah,
like, like they came out of nowhere, but their sound was good, their music was good, their like the entire concept was fresh in a sense. And so then they took that concept, which was Min Hee-Jin's creative property, and they kind of passed it on to ILLIT, which is why she was like, oh, I don't like that. I'm going to bring it up to HYBE. But then HYBE was like pushing it. Apparently, like they weren't doing shit about it. But again, we don't know.
Yeah,
like
we don't
it's
know.
all like speculated because like she could be lying. We don't know. But the thing is, like an audit happening for a big company like HYBE isn't new.
Yeah,
like
that's
it's a lot of money. You need to know where it's coming from and where it's going.
Yeah. But speaking of that, like Min Hee-Jin bringing up like ILLIT, pretty much copying like NewJeans concept. Like what do you think of that? Like do you think they're actually copying? Like cuz for me, like when I saw like the ILLIT stuff come out, I was like, wait, this is kind of sounding like NewJeans. Like even like the look and everything, like for me it was giving NewJeans.
See, I never watched the music video for Magnetic. That's the only song I really know from ILLIT.
Yeah.
But it does feel a little bit like NewJeans. I'm not gonna lie, because it gives me like Ditto vibes, like not even, like not really Ditto, but like not in terms of sound, but like just like the catchiness of it, because one listen and I'm like that song stuck in my head just like Ditto was. And it's like you could, the thing is, like I don't really listen to the newer gen girl groups or boy groups, because I just feel weird listening to kids younger than me, honestly.
And
I don't like standing people that are super young. Like I'm not like a huge fan of like I don't like the fact that minors are debuting. That's just like a personal take of mine. But that's my opinion. Like I don't like minors.
Yeah, I don't
debuting.
like it either. I don't like it either.
And so I'm not a fan of standing minors. But like if a song comes across like my For You page that's kind of like very catchy, I'll listen to it here and there. But like I would be like, oh, I'm an ILLIT stan. I'm a NewJeans stan. Like no, I listen to their music. Like I'm a casual listener. I'm not like a stan. But I wouldn't be able to tell you. Like, if you were to show me, like, these videos side by side, I would not be able to tell you who it belongs to.
Yeah.
Like that's how kind of similar the concepts were.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, I can't, you don't know what the NewJeans members look like, but, like, if I were to, like, show, for example, like, one of our friends, like, who doesn't know K-pop, like, I'll show them a picture of NewJeans, and I'll like show them a picture of ILLIT, and they're gonna be like, "It's the same picture."
Yeah, it's
especially like
from The Office.
Like the first, like the first concept photos that came out for the Magnetic stuff. I was like, "Is this not NewJeans? Like, what is going on?"
But yeah,
especially like, I don't know if you saw, but they also like even before they debuted, they got like a fashion show.
Oh yeah, I know that. I heard about
thing,
that.
And I was like, if this ain't screaming like company privilege, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. But it's like this whole situation is kind of like giving her leverage in the media play, right? Because a lot of people are siding with her because they're like, oh my god, like HYBE is such a evil corporation. They're stealing the property of Min Hee-Jin, for their own group, and then they're just trying to take away NewJeans' fame for themselves,
Like I get people side, like when people are siding with Min Hee-Jin, I get it. And I get why people are siding with HYBE, because now HYBE, the way that HYBE's getting people onto their side is, one, she's talking bad about certain groups. Two, but the thing is with HYBE, she was also trying to overthrow, in a sense. She was trying to do something to get what she wanted in a criminal way. Apparently there's a criminal trial going on. Like, I don't know if there's any information out about it yet, but she was doing some criminal shit, which I don't agree with.
Yeah. She's a bit shady.
Because apparently one thing about HYBE is that they like to do things by the book.
Really?
But then they're plagiarized. Apparently that was like one of the big things about HYBE. Is like they're very like by the book type of people. That's why like audits were happening. And like apparently they took away company laptops for like people in ADOR, but then gave them like temporary laptops to work with while they conducted their investigation. But I don't know if the is the investigations happening like by people in HYBE or by like outside third parties. But I do know like it's going to court, so eventually a third party is gonna have to look into it.
Yeah, I feel like a third party has to look in that. Like they can't do their own audit when like this shit. Oh my god, it's it's a mess. It's honestly a mess.
It's a mess.
But actually, part of this mess that's going on right now, BLIFT, which is ILLIT's company, released a 20-minute video on YouTube today addressing the plagiarism claims by Min Hee-Jin. Did you see it? Yeah, it was today.
Not.
It was okay.
I have not.
There's no translation for it, right? There's like it's all in Korean right now. But from the gist of the video, they pretty much posted this like really scummy documentary of like how everything that they did was just quote unquote like original, and also they just stated it. They didn't like prove anything to like show it was original, and then they just was just proving that NewJeans was actually copying other groups in the first place. Like this is an official company video, by the way, and they said NewJeans was copying Blackpink. They were copying Sunmi. They were copying BTS. They were copying LE SSERAFIM. They were copying NMIX. And like they just like shifted like Min Hee-Jin's blame onto NewJeans. And like during that, they're dragging all these other groups into the mud. Just it was crazy. It was everyone on like Twitter and like Reddit was like, going crazy. They were saying this is so unprofessional. This is not good PR.
Oh, I feel bad for ILLIT. They're disbanding for sure at this point.
Oh my! But just like that?
No, because like, how is a company gonna do that? Especially like the thing is it BLIFT also ENHYPEN's company?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is, the Y2K concept isn't new. It's just the way that they were taking the approach was kind of new. Because again.
Not just the Y2K thing. Like they were claiming that like not NewJeans was stealing like specific outfits and also dance moves. Cause like that's what Min Hee-Jin accused NewJeans ILLIT of for, right? Like the similar styling, similar dance moves. Like I'm not sure if you've seen the TikTok clips of it going around like comparing the two dance moves.
I've seen a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but they were just BLIFT said, "Nah, we're shifting the blame back to you," instead of taking accountability.
See, for dance moves, it's very hard to kind of be like, "Oh, that's my creative property." But like the way that I would say like dance moves could be like, you would be able to copyright on dance moves if it's like the same two moves in a row. I know there was like this huge thing back in the day. Not back in the day. It was when I don't know what song it was, but 80s. There was like this situation where someone stole like a portion of like an 80s dance choreo. I forgot what song, but another artist kind of took credit for it, and it wasn't like something that they came up with. And so in like 80s made like a huge statement about it, like when they were dancing, because there's like a specific move that you do before like a dance. To show like it was stolen or like it's called a bite, I think. Being like, oh, this was like
really?
bitten off of us. I don't remember like what the move was or what song it was. I genuinely don't remember. But that's like the only way that I can think of like if you take someone's like dancing is really like subjective in a way. The concepts are also kind of just like you can't create something new. I feel like at this point, like everything's kind of reused. I
agree too.
And redone and done like multiple times. You can only revamp something. So like it's really hard to say, oh, this is my thing. But like with dancing, I think it's like if it's the same move, like the same two moves in a row, like say like they do like the ditto move, like they like steal a portion of like the ditto's like dance and then they put it into like their song and like claim that as their own. That's like okay, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
But if it's like similar dance like you can't create a new move. I feel like there's like no new moves left to create.
It was
Like
very like
everything's kind of
specific movements. It was like the hair flip and also like kind of like like in attention there's like that key point where like they lift up their arms and then they flip their hair up.
yeah.
Like they had that in ILLIT's dance as well.
Oh,
So it was
oh
like it
God.
was very like
Like
it was very
specific,
key
specific.
things like
Uh,
not just like the hair flipping, but also like in Ditto there was like that
the
like
arm thing. Because
not
I
the
feel like
arm
I see.
the leg work.
Oh, oh yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like they had
yeah.
that in one of ILLIT's dance choreo as well.
Yeah.
So
I
it was very
I don't
like
know.
it was a combination of very like little specific things that made Min Hee-Jin suspect ILLIT was plagiarizing the
I see.
choreographer. Yeah, yeah. But I
But
do
yeah, like
agree with like, generally like speaking, like yeah, there are a lot of dance moves out there like that have been done already made. So like
mhm,
sometimes like it happens, right? Where when
yeah,
you're creating what you think is new, it's like already been done by
yeah.
someone else, but you don't know until someone points it out, right?
Mhm.
So like
No, I think for the
yeah.
AC situation, it was like they knew apparently. Like it
Mm-mm.
was like a well-known thing. But yeah, for this situation, maybe like we don't know, but it's like, oh, what the hell is kind of going on? Because it's just like big
Yeah.
mess at this point. Like, why would a company do that? I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
it's so
It
unprofessional.
is. It is. But it might like uh, how do I say like this is their only way of refuting it is like just saying
Mm.
he said she said, right? Like
At that
maybe
point,
they
don't
actually
say
did copy it,
anything.
right? But they're just denying
Yeah,
it by shifting blame to NewJeans instead.
I feel like staying silent would have been better. Because like at this
No,
point,
honestly.
no one was pointing fingers at B-Lip. They were pointing fingers at like a specific group, yes,
Hmm.
but majority of like I think the attention when it comes to like the high like portion, not even it's not really ILLIT, it's very much Bang PD.
Mm.
Like I think it's not even a feud between like I don't even think it's a feud between HYBE and Min Hee-Jin. I think it's very much Bang PD versus Min Hee-Jin.
Mm.
And like she's kind of
Yeah.
using HYBE to kind of get back at Bang PD
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
like, lying to her.
I mean, it really seems like Min Hee-Jin is trying to take over,
It
But like
really
also
like
like we don't know like uh on one side I feel like her intentions are genuine, but on the other
mm,
side it's like it really does feel like she wants like something bigger, Like she
yeah.
wants more money, she wants more credit towards like NewJeans cuz I think
Mhm,
from what I heard it's like Bang PD owns 80% of Adore and Min
yeah.
Hee-Jin herself only has like 12%.
Mhm.
So like
Well,
she
but
yeah.
I guess that makes sense because again, like like he kind of owns Hive. He kind of
Yeah.
founded Hive, so it makes sense that
Yeah.
he owns a huge part of that subsidiary. But I believe she wanted to buy back, or like she wanted them to buy back her stock, which is like a lot of money. And or
Mm-mm.
no, she was pushing them out to be like more than what they're worth, apparently.
Mm. Oh,
And all of
interesting.
this apparently, again, this is alleged. Apparently, it's like not. She never paid a cent. Like
Oh,
she didn't really pay anything. Apparently, like again, this is alleged. I don't know,
okay.
but like the thing is, one thing that I wasn't kind of like okay with, because or like what I've heard was that she was sharing personal messages between her and Bang PD like during her like press conference, and even
Oh,
her
yeah.
lawyer was kind of like, "What the hell are you doing?"
That conference was so
The
funny.
first one. The first one.
It was so funny. You heard her like swearing over and over again, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you guess I
My favorite thing was like the fact that she showed a message between her and Bang PD and was like, would this girl group crush Espa? Because like at this time Espa is like doing
Oh
very
my
well.
god. No,
And like
and
the
it was
thing
specifically it was a can you step on Espa?
yeah.
Like crush
And the
Espa
thing
pretty much.
the thing is for a label I genuinely don't think that was wrong of him to us because this is a very competitive world. Sure,
Yeah.
we like to like sure these idols are friends. They probably are friends behind like closed doors, right?
Yeah.
but this is a competitive space. You're gonna go into like award ceremonies and you want your group to be the best.
Yeah.
And so can your new group outdo this group that's doing so well right now?
Yeah.
Like, maybe the phrasing was kind of off, but like at the same time, I get why he was asking that. Like, will this group perform well? That's kind of
Yeah.
essentially what I feel like he might have been asking.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like she was trying to spin that in a negative way, being like, look at what he's saying about aespa, but like in a general sense, like I think if we were like in a sense, like if we were a company and we are debuting, or we're putting money to debut this girl group, will they measure up to their competition?
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
kind of what we want. Like, or are we wasting our money on this group? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of what he's asking.
Oh my god, I love like you're giving such a open-ended perspective.
It's like if you think about it, like genuinely don't think that was like anything wrong of him to ask. But
No,
like
no.
the
But
wording
yeah,
was
just the
very
way he
shit.
worded it, and also,
Yeah,
but yeah, to be fair, it's like, it's like a private conversation, right?
yeah.
Like maybe he meant it in a jokingly way, kind of deal.
hmm
But
Like again, one thing I hate
we don't
about
know.
cats, you can never like you don't understand like the connotation in when they say
Yes,
something,
exactly,
right?
exactly.
But yeah, and apparently like he was also flirting with her. Like it was kind of like flirtatious messages sent to. I don't like. I like
Oh
apparently
my
that's what
god,
I've
that
heard.
part was so funny. It's like maybe Bang PD liked Min Hee-Jin. That's why he asked her for a drink afterwards. I'm just like,
Yeah.
he won't like her after this.
Or like I think isn't there like a huge thing in Korean culture where like they have like those get-togethers outside of work hours, but like it's kind of considered like work that people hate.
All that? Maybe. It's like maybe
It
like,
could have
oh,
been,
let's grab a drink and talk about what's going on with the company kind of deal.
yeah, but I forgot what it's called. Like there's like a specific word for it, and apparently people hate it. Like general workers hate it
Oh, it's
because
like
they're
actually,
forced to.
oh, it's like a
Yeah,
cultural thing.
yeah.
Ew, okay.
Like maybe that could have also been the case. Like we don't know, or maybe he was flirting. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
but that's
Ben
kind of,
PD got a crush, like,
ooh.
had a crush on her.
That's like, it feels very like a power creep move
Yeah,
where like you're like drinking with your boss, right? Kind of deal.
yeah.
And like that the power level is like very imbalanced, right? So,
Yeah.
ooh,
But it also, like, if he did have a crush on her, it also kind of explains with all like how much shit she kind of got away with like this past couple of years, or
oh,
with what like I mean, look at what's happened. Like a huge shitstorm has brewed.
yeah.
And like I feel like there's a lot of things that we don't know that's happened behind the scenes before
Uh-huh.
all this,
Mm-hmm.
right? But yeah, it's a weird situation
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
want to
Like
ask,
that itself.
yeah, I want to ask you, like, we're wrapping up this part of the conversation, I feel now. Like, has your opinion changed on, like, HYBE and, like, maybe, like, NewJeans, ILLIT, what do you think now of
See,
them?
I genuinely do not give a shit about hype. I only
Slay.
care about the groups underneath these companies.
Slay.
So I genuinely just want these like idols to be okay mentally, physically. Like there's like a lot of horror stories about idols and like their mental health, and like Moonbin, and
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Moonbin was very recent, like pretty recent. It was like last year, I think. But like all these idols that have had very bad experiences with mental health, and I just don't, because the thing is, regardless of what her intentions were, like if she did intend to like bring hate to these groups, or if that was just kind of blown out of proportion, a lot of these groups were getting a lot of hate.
Mm-hmm.
And Le Sserafim was one of them, and they got like the brunt of a lot of hate, especially because
Yeah.
like with the Coachella performances and
They
stuff.
were in
Like
the
I
thick of it. They
like
went through mud this past,
yeah,
like,
and like
month.
with Eunchae specifically, like she has not. I don't think she's been herself. At least she hasn't been like how she usually is on camera. Like
Oh, okay.
the hate was really real, and people were telling them to go off themselves because they had a bad encore performance. They had a bad like vocal thing. Like they sung the wrong note, or they were pitchy or whatever. And like it was genuinely super bad that I genuinely fear for their mental health.
Yeah.
Because sure, like idols, like they're in the public eye. They chose to be in the public eye, but no one wants death threats.
Yeah.
Like just because
you could be give criticism, you know, and it was deserved, right? They deserve the criticism, because if you're an idol and like your title is a singer, right? So they should be able to sing and like live and like give a good performance, right? But
like
they didn't.
I agree with the fact that they needed criticism, because yes, they needed criticism, but the thing is, the criticism wasn't even constructive. It wasn't what they could have done better. It was, oh my god, you sounded so bad, you should go you should go kill yourself. Like that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like I think I saw so many hateful comments towards Unche, and it was like very like it was a lot of essay comments directed towards Unche, and I'm like, guys, she's 17. Yeah. She turns like 18 this year. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you guys not like disappointed? Not even disappointed. Like, how can you
ashamed of yourself for like commenting that kind of stuff, right?
Like, how can you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yeah, I'm fine with saying that online just because like I'm a faceless person on the internet. Like, these people they probably come across these comments.
Yeah.
Like, are you okay?
I hope idols like don't read comments, because but like I know they do though. Like idols like it's kind of like their job to like be a part of like the fan culture, right? And like interact with fans. But like it scares me, like you know, one day they could be on a fan cam with someone and then suddenly they tell them like, oh, you suck at singing. Like what do you do in that situation, kind of deal, right? Like that kind of takes a toll on your mental health, especially when like someone says it to your face, like
webcam, I kind of want them to do what like I feel like a lot of idols at one point need to just turn off all their comments. And kind of like not just like hide away. Like this, they're saying things that they don't need to be, like things that don't need to be said.
Yeah.
Like it's just what the like.
But haters will find a way to like hate regardless. Like if they turn off their comments, the netizens are just gonna be like, oh, like why are you being a coward? You know, like you're an idol. You should be able to face your fans and like thing. They'll find. Like anything they do, they'll find a way to turn it against them.
Something will be said. Like I know that, but it's just it sucks, and I genuinely I don't understand how people like. I don't understand like the pleasure behind it, because there has to be some sort of pleasure that these people are facing to be able to comment that. Like, are they? Like I don't get it. I genuinely don't.
Like how can you it has to be like, I mean, you're studying psychology, right? So give your analysis.
It's like it has to be like, how can you just go on like hating? Like I like genuinely do not have anything better to do with your life other than hate on someone because they hit like a wrong note. Like there's ways to be like, hey, maybe do some more vocal warm-ups. Maybe like the thing is, again, their debut was pretty rushed. So maybe like I know like Kazuha like only had like a couple months of training under her belt.
Yeah.
But like okay, maybe like go to a vocal coach, warm up a little bit more. I don't know, sing. I think the main thing for LE SSERAFIM themselves is the songs are not within their range. I think that's kind of where their problem is. Like they're singing songs that are not within their range, because like it's very hard to sing outside of your range. And maybe if they've like each member has like a certain range that they have, that they can find some common ground where they all sound really good. And so it's just like their songs aren't fit for them. But like I think there was like this one song that they performed at Coachella that's not out on any platforms, the 1-800 one. That one they sounded really good in. It was fit within their range, and it's just like once they find their sound, because what was it? Which group? Kepler. They found their sound, and like it was so like their newest comeback. They found their sound, and it was really good. And like once the group finds their sound, they'll be set. Like NewJeans they found their sound and it was kind of copied. But
Yeah, but I want to add on to that. It's like it goes back to the company for one, like rushing their debut, giving them
yeah,
songs that clearly are not good for them. But also, like from what I heard, like Bang PD already had set in stone like an image for them. Apparently,
yeah.
he wanted like a Billie Eilish look for them, or
Oh
something.
yeah. I mean, I kind of see it with like the concept,
Yeah,
but like one thing for sure, like they didn't find their concept. Their concept was given to them. The
yeah,
fearless concept
exactly,
was given to them.
exactly.
If they were given the opportunity to find it, like, I'm not saying that Le Sserafim isn't like they aren't fearless. Like they're fearless in their own way, but this concept was curated. It wasn't
Yeah,
like something like the group found on their own. Like
yeah,
I feel like third gen groups, like first to third gen groups, they kind of were able to kind of figure out and find their songs. Sure, they would have help like the big three. They would give like they had people on board to kind of help with them, but they found their own song. Like they found their own
exactly.
sound. And like I feel like the fourth gen groups are kind of getting their sound. Like other than Stray Kids and I would say TXT because they do have a lot of like writing and producing credits. But like
Oh,
for TXT, like TXT is like their own thing. They have to kind of like fit it into a like a storyline. But Stray Kids, they're very self produced.
yeah.
They found their own
I
sound.
wanna. Oh my god! Wait, I'm gonna give my tea on this day. Okay, you mentioned Stray Kids. I'll give an exception, right? But for
Yeah.
TXT,
No,
uh,
because I had to like kind of like backtrack. Like they were kind of they have like a storyline, I think. Like their thing, it's very fit into a lore for their group, which is really weird. I don't know if this was like a big thing in back in like third gen, second gen, but they have some sort of lore that's going on that I don't even understand. And I would say that I became like I
but
like went in and tried to like figure out their lore. But what I meant by like TXT finding their own sound is uh some of the songs that they like some of the fan favorite songs are their own self-produced, like or not self-produced, but like they're like some of the
they
members
have
had
writing
the
credits like
produced, yeah,
lyrics.
writing. One of the fan favorites is like a song called Blue Spring, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken, and that was produced by I think Bumgyu. Like it was like the beat. I think it was like produced by Bumgyu, and like obviously they have like lyrics and stuff, but like the general public knows songs that are written by like other people that they sing,
Mm.
but like fan favorites are stuff that they produce and they like write type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, with the big hit groups themselves, I'm not talking about like HYBE in general. Well, like I know like 17 has like really like 17 also found their own sound, but they're a third gen group. Um, they're given the opportunity to write and produce stuff. It just doesn't get picked sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know BTS also talked about it. Like they like there was like this show that they went on. It was like a PJ thing. I don't remember the name of it, but they talked about how each member goes and like they write and produce like their own thing,
Mm-hmm.
but like and then they bring it back to like the collaborative, and then people will be like, okay, yeah, this we don't want. Like maybe like hold on to it. Like don't scrap it. Maybe we can use it for future stuff. Because I know Suga did that with like a lot of his songs. Like he would make it for the group, but then they would like sideline it and he would use it in his own project. But I feel like that's the same kind of concept for TXT where they're given the opportunity, but doesn't mean like it gets into their album.
Okay. I think
Like
it's nice that idols can write for themselves,
mhm.
but like it's it's not always good for one.
It's not like
It's not always good.
it's genuinely is not
But also it's still like the company has like a
final say.
control of like what
Yeah.
they're allowed to put out and what they're not allowed to put out,
Hmm.
right? Especially when it comes to the title track, like you almost see like always see like um not the members credits on the title tracks,
Yeah.
except for like Stray Kids, G Idol,
Because
some of
like any for sure third gen groups like they kind of have more say in it, and now I think now because like they're kind of grown out of being told what to do in a sense,
mm-mm,
like not like they don't do whatever the fuck they want to do, but like they have like some sort of
They have more
freedom.
control. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like 17. I feel like they're very self-produced. Like I know like Woozi is like one of their main producers, or was it? I think it's Woozi. Woozi's like their main
Yes,
producer.
Uzi. Yeah.
And then like I know for Stray Kids it's like three Racha. Like I think they're like the main producing and writing credits for Stray Kids.
Yeah.
Jiedo is the
Soyeon.
leader. Yeah, Soyeon. I don't want to like butcher her name. I'm trying to think of other groups that I know. I don't know about Twice,
even
to be honest.
even BTS, right? Like you didn't mention, but
I mean I've talked enough about BTS. I'm just
okay. Sorry. Yeah.
But like for BTS it's obvious. It's the rap line. Like
even I see like NewJeans, they get their writing credits sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not producing, right?
Not producing. I know like the thing that's kind of like mind-boggling to me with like HYBE at least, or Source Music and LE SSERAFIM, is the fact that really early into their career, Yeonjun is getting her own solo stuff. Like she's writing her own solo stuff. Like, and the thing is, she herself, like other than Chaewon collabing with Corey Kelly, she has the majority of the collab. If you think about it, because she collabed with J-Hope, she collabed with I think it was Crush,
Groovy Room, that one. Yeah, Yes or No.
Yeah,
she did her own solo stuff. She collabed with Max as well, right?
Max, yeah. So like she's getting a lot of collab really early into their career, and it's like she released Raise Your Glass like the same year they debuted. Or is it like the second year that
I'm not sure. I'm not too sure.
She I'm not gonna say her music is good. I'm not saying like it's bad or anything, but it's very surprising to me.
I think it shows that like it's nice that the company is giving her the freedom to do this on her own, but also it's like because of she's in HYBE, she's able to do this,
Yeah.
Like if it was any other company, they would not give her the privilege to do this. And also like it wouldn't get the same like recognition, right? Because under a big company, you have a lot of privilege.
Yeah.
Her songs get like millions of listens on Spotify, right? Like, but if it was any other company, like no, like that wouldn't even happen in the first place.
Like I know for Blackpink, it took them a while to get like their own solo debut.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And I know like Jennie got hate for it, like for being the first person to do a solo.
Cause she was at the time like she was like Korea's it girl, right?
Yeah.
Like now she is still now, but like there's more contenders now. With the fourth gen and fifth gen being competitive, right? But like at the time, like Jennie was pretty much the person to like get bashed on, right? Like everyone said like she's not pretty, or she's getting all the attention in Blackpink, like she was just stealing all the fame for herself kind of deals, calling her selfish and stuff like that for doing a solo. Yeah. But like girl, that solo was iconic.
Yeah. The thing is, I was very like I wasn't really into like the K-pop world back then. So for me, my kind of reference point for like groups like that do music was not BTS but One Direction. So when I heard that Jennie was doing a solo, I was like, wait, she's leaving the group. And then I realized like it's normal in K-pop where the group, like you remain in a group but you still have your own solo ventures. And I was like, okay,
it's cool,
that makes more sense. Right, like that makes more sense. Like, okay, yeah, you're still in a group, but like I want to make my own music. And you're like, okay, cool. And so that's why like when Little Mix kind of started doing their own solo stuff, I was like, okay, yeah, they're probably good. Like, and they still like each other. So, like, they're probably still gonna come back at one point and make music together. But right now, they're just putting out solo stuff. Like, okay, yeah, that works. And like, it's weird that
it's
like,
also good like to promote like a group. Like, it's a good thing to not just promote the group, but to promote the members in the group, right?
Yeah.
To like get more like fan attraction, right? Because you never know until like you put out your own music. Like maybe the fans will like this member singing more, right? Maybe they like this rapper more, right?
The thing is, I feel like it's also kind of a win-lose situation because it could also be a breeding ground for solo stands, and then the solo stands hate on the group.
I think
'Cause
that
I
is the
know,
case. Do you know Cha Eun-woo?
yeah.
So yeah,
But the thing is, I only know him because of K dramas. So like,
yes, but everyone like they don't hate on Astro or anything, but like they always
I
call
don't
it
know that.
Cha
Yeah,
Eun-woo's group. They don't call it
yeah.
Astro. So that is kind of like. I
It's
mean, it
very,
was good that Blackpink is like big, so like Jennie's solo
mhm,
didn't interfere with the Blackpink, the
yeah,
group, right? But
yeah.
like, yeah,
It's like
visuals can do something.
it's. I don't know. I just find it like I also don't understand how someone could be like, oh, I'm this person's fan, but like this person has like people that they care about, like they're in a group with, and you hate on them constantly.
Oh, the solo stands.
The soloists, also the shippers,
Oh,
like they're. Mm. I also don't like think I genuinely don't like it when people ship two real people together because that's kind of
yeah.
really fucked up, and you're ruining like you can ruin
It's really
friendships.
inappropriate. Yeah, I
It
remember
really is.
when I was following Fifth Harmony,
Oh yeah.
not
It was
K-pop,
like
not K-pop.
was it Camila and Lauren?
Cameron,
Because I know
oh my god.
I just
And
like
like,
it.
yeah, they admitted
Yes.
like in an interview, like it did make them like really uncomfortable, right? And like
Hmm.
that's probably the same idea with these K-pop idols.
Yeah.
But also like I'm really glad like when I got into K-pop, like I was like mentally matured
Yeah.
enough to realize like this is fan service. This is just
Yeah.
like I'm here for the music. I'm here
Hmm.
for like the memes and stuff like that and the fun times. But
Yeah.
like these fans who are like, hmm, in the nicest way possible, underdeveloped brains need to chill the
Frontal
hell
lobe is
out.
not there. Yeah. No, it genuinely bothers me because I'm like these are two real people. Because the thing is, it's not just K-pop idols. It's just like people who act together, like not just like in K-dramas, like in like Western media as well. I know, was it? I think it was Outer Banks. There was these two actors that played like a couple on screen that their real life, like people would ship that like the actors in real life that it ruined their friendship.
Oh my god.
It was just like I'm
Weirdos.
just like you're ruining people's friendships and like work relationships at this point. Like,
Yep.
how is someone supposed to be able to like, you know, act like they like this person when like they're getting like hate because
Exactly.
oh, like their girlfriend's getting hate because they want this person to be with this actor
Oh,
or actress. Like,
that
it's
is so
weird.
crazy. Oh my
Because
god.
oh, like I'm sorry, I'm bringing BTS up again, but like the shippers for like the Machne line, they would okay. So people were like, V and JK need to be together, so they hate on Jimin, or like Jimin and V shippers hate on Jungkook. I'm like, guys, they're real people with real lives, and they're like they've known each other for how many years at this point? They probably think of each other as family. Like, are you not embarrassed?
No,
Is this not embarrassing?
yeah. You can't see me,
I
but like I'm
can't.
literally face palming so hard right now.
I can't, dude.
But
I
like,
genuinely.
but I mean, I hope that like they see that and just laugh,
I hope. I know, but
But
I think there was like a
it can
moment where
seriously.
like it was kind of awkward between B and Jungkook apparently. And, like
Oh,
I think I don't remember if it was in the soup or I think it was in the soup or Bon Voyage. I think it was in the soup, but they had to like um they ended up talking together off camera. I don't remember if it was off or on camera, but the mic wasn't like mic didn't pick up anything. But like I think Jimin kind of made them talk to each other, and like they finally kind of like were able to get back to like their brotherly relationship that they've had. But it was like very awkward for them for like a good bit. It's it's just really fucked up in my opinion because these
yeah,
are real people. Like
yeah,
I get shipping
and
characters like in books, movies, TV shows, animes, whatever. But
fictional.
these are
Yeah,
like very real people
yeah.
with
It
very real lives
even
that
like
we
talking
don't
about it
know.
like makes me kind of like icky,
Yeah,
I'm
like
just like
ooh,
I feel like I shouldn't know this kind of stuff, or like I feel like I shouldn't talk about this
exactly.
stuff,
Like
because
I like when I talk about people like duos like Hope Cook like the harmonies between J Hope and Jungkook. Like if I were to talk about that and use the word Hope Cook, I feel like that's so weird sometimes because it's like a ship name, and I'm just like, I just mean like their friendship. Like I love their friendship. I want a friendship like theirs, or like I love that harmony that those two do together.
Yeah.
But then I feel like some people, like if I were to use that in like a TikTok comment, people would think that I'm shipping them. And I'm like, no, please, no.
Yeah, let's. In 2024, we're ending ship names. We're ending shippers. We're ending malicious comments. We are all here for constructive criticism and healthy, not parasocial relationships.
Something that I was told when I was younger: if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything.
Period.
I feel like that's the golden rule. That should be the golden rule for anything at this point.
It really feels like these kids were not taught anything. That's what I'm gonna say.
I know,
but like you were saying, like they probably get off to.
They probably do, cause like
hating these
I don't know.
idols.
There's something about this generation that's very like or not. I would say a bit of our generation, but like a lot of the younger generation is very
unhinged.
Unhinged and like enjoy bringing misery to people.
Yeah.
And I also feel like it's coming from a stem of like insecurity on their part. Like there's no way that someone hates on someone without feeling insecure. I feel like that's kind of like a stepping stone for where people hate on people. But why? Like at this, I also want to say like, at the same time, these girls, they're making bank. Anytime you interact with any of their content, they're gonna make bank off of it.
Period.
So like you're just putting money into their pocket.
Yeah, Alexa, play Lisa Money.
Have you seen like videos of people buying albums just to destroy like photo cards or the CD?
Oh my god, are you talking about the 17 situation?
There's no in general, but like
okay, but like it was the 17. I saw the 17 one where like they literally ripped out all the photo cards from the albums and then just dumped the rest of the album on the street.
Okay.
I'm like, girl,
like,
save the trees.
People were also doing it to like Taylor Swift vinyls, and I'm like, you know, those are expensive, right?
Oh.
Like, yeah, those are like expensive.
Yeah, sorry if you heard that.
So like, you're still like, sure, these cost money to make, but regardless, they're getting a portion of the sales.
Yeah.
So their money is going into their pocket.
Yeah.
Anytime something is purchased. Anytime you comment on one of their TikTok, anytime you you know, like,
and
you
whatever interaction you do online, they get something, right? Because ads are paying them, you know, they're getting sponsored for something, right?
Yeah. So like, if you don't want them to succeed, don't interact with their content. And if you don't interact with their content, you're not like TikTok algorithm. The way that it works, the more you interact with someone's content, the more it's gonna pop up in your For You page.
Period. Exactly.
So like, the less you interact with it, the less you're gonna have to see it, and the less you have to hate. You know, maybe use your hate towards something good, like charity. You know, bettering your own life, working on your own mental health. You know, get a job.
Period.
Do something
productive. Wow, I feel like you just went on like a whole like rant there.
I'm just like,
you had a lot on your chest, something, girly. Oh my god.
I just do something. Like, I feel like you should just like. I just genuinely don't understand people getting hate.
I think like
I genuinely just don't.
I feel like we get each other Thuva on like the same level. We're like, we love K-pop so much, but like we don't want to see it in like such a shitty place, you know?
Yeah, the thing is, I'm very much of like a huge advocate for mental health, and like genuinely like hearing like, I know there's like a bunch of like idols that have like been through so much shit. It was something that Sungwon from 17 said. It was like in their like acceptance speech or something. It was hey, we're like happy you guys are alive. Like, if you're struggling, like, talk about it to someone. Like, it's very hard. I get that being in the public eye, you're gonna have a lot of conversations around yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be critiques about your body, your voice, the way that you dress, things that you do. No matter what, there's gonna be some sort of conversation, and it's not always gonna be positive. And I get that. But it doesn't have to be so negative where you're telling someone to go hurt themselves. Telling someone, like, even as like a gamer, as a girl that games, I'm not even gonna call myself a gamer, but as someone who plays Valorant, one of the most toxic games in this fucking world, like the amount of shit that I've seen people get said to do, it's just, or like people wishing upon other people, like it's unnecessary, and I just don't understand it to the point where it's just like, is this where we are going in this world?
It's like we almost forget like we're all human beings kind of deal.
Exactly.
We have like feelings. We have like, a life.
Like I understand like people view like K-pop idols like they're gods, like they're on a pedestal, like they're supposed to be perfect, but they're human.
Yeah.
Humans have bad days. Like, it's genuinely, I don't get the hate that like a lot of these groups are getting, and I know I have a feeling. Because again, I don't know if NewJeans is getting any hate for basically what's been going on, but I'm pretty sure they are. At the end of the day, they're all under HYBE.
Yeah.
Until a situation happens where like NewJeans is kind of taken, like ADOR is taken out of HYBE, they're all under HYBE.
Mm-hmm.
So their paycheck is being signed by the same person, most likely. Whoever the chairman of, like, not the chairman, like the CEO of HYBE, because it's not Bang PD anymore. Yeah. He's the chairman.
And like you said earlier, like they're probably all friends under closed doors, right? So like when you make comments about them, they're probably just laughing about it.
Yeah, because I know like people, like, the thing is like there's so, like, with TXT and Stray Kids, there's so much fan war between the two of them, right? But like Changbin and Yeonjun, they're like the bestest of friends.
I love that for them.
Like, guys, it's not that big a deal.
It's just these fans are like just so obsessed with their idols. Like they think that they can like probably like get with them or something in the future, probably.
I know, and I'm just like, guys, this is not fanfic. This is not.
Like, let me snap you back to reality, girly.
Yeah, like I know the podcast is called Delulu Hour, but like let's kind of get back to the fact that in real life, your idols probably wouldn't even take a second glance. Like, look at you.
No, it's like Yeonjun would love me.
No, I think it's like
get in line.
No, not get in line. It's there was this thing you're supporting someone that probably, like, if they were to like go into like a group of people, they wouldn't be able to pick you out as one of their supporters, type of thing.
Oh.
You know, like you're just a face in a crowd, type of thing. You're not really, like, as much as we want to be like, oh, our idols love us, like, they don't know we exist.
Yeah. But I'll cut you off here for now.
Yeah, dude, I feel like part 2 would happen.
No, I feel like we need a part 2 because you love to talk about K-pop. I love to talk about K-pop, but like we gotta like split up these conversations into 2 episodes.
I need to go to bed.
I think you need 3 episodes, or maybe 4 episodes. We didn't even get to the song review yet, girly.
Oh my god, we haven't.
No. How you feeling? Tired?
I'm good to go. Like, I honestly, I was tired before we started the podcast, but like I feel like I've gotten some energy.
I think I've I can't say the word. Riled you up.
You did. You've woken me up, honestly.
Well, we're gonna calm down a bit. We're gonna do a song review. Ooh. So we did the song review back when I did Cancelled. And we're gonna bring it back here since we're talking about K-pop. So in the depths of all this hell, NewJeans has made a comeback with Bubblegum and How Sweet. So we're gonna be talking about those 2 songs. So first, we're gonna talk about Bubblegum. So what do you think of Bubblegum?
I feel like I listened to it before we started filming, or we started doing the podcast.
Yeah.
And it was honestly, at this point, it's not very memorable to me.
Ooh,
I feel like
really?
it has to. Like, the thing is, I feel like for me, How Sweet is more memorable, even though I listened to How Sweet before I listened to Bubblegum. Like, that's that's where I'm at. But it feels very, like, I know, like, I feel like it was shot on an iPhone as well, because I feel like that's what they're doing with their music videos, at least NewJeans.
Yeah.
After ETA.
Sponsored.
But But I don't like. I genuinely don't really remember any like how the song went at all. Like
It's
genuinely,
like
I genuinely like. I
I can't
can't.
sing it, otherwise I get copyrighted. But it's
Mm,
like, baby sweet like bubble gum, so soft just like a hug, something like that.
yeah. See, like it's not ringing a bell, but I listened to it. Like
Oh, okay.
it's in my YouTube history. Like it's like
For me,
I just.
I actually liked bubblegum
Mm,
a lot on the first listen. I
mm.
described it as like heavenly, magical. It was like soft, like retro. And like
Mm.
it was very New Jeans still. Like you would agree with that at least, right?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say that it's very NewJeans. I feel like for me, for when it comes to music, I have to do like multiple listens before I can be like, oh yeah, this is like a song that I vibe to.
Uh-huh.
And it's
Uh-huh.
like, but the thing with NewJeans songs, like their previous songs, like Ditto and Attention, it kind of got me like right off the bat.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
choruses were very catchy. Like, um, if you don't mind if we do talk about How Sweet, people were talking about
Mhm.
how it was similar to ETA, and I
That's what
didn't
I
really
heard
see any.
too.
I listened to it, and I did not see or hear any of the similarities, and I had to like re-listen to ETA to like be like, I don't hear it. Like, I genuinely did not
I
hear
think
it.
it's the chorus. I kind of
Maybe,
hear it
maybe I
where it's
could see
just
the
like
chorus.
it's like the kind of like that repetitive like soon it tastes and then like ETA. It has like a
Yeah,
very like similar like I guess
but I feel like
melody
that's just a
to
very
it.
staple thing in New Jeans songs because Ditto's the same thing, Attention's the same thing. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
just very New Jeans-esque. Isn't like that like their title track? Or is
New
Bubblegum
Jeans.
their title?
Oh,
Wait,
I don't know. It was just two singles.
I don't know, like I don't remember. But yeah, like I feel like that's just a very New Jeans thing
Mm-mm.
to do. And it's just I feel like that's just a very poppy thing to do. Just like
Yeah,
make the chorus very repetitive, so it's very catchy and it's stuck in
yeah,
someone's head.
yeah.
Alright, and like it gives more streams. Like I think that's just very how that's just how music is in general.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Especially pop music.
Especially yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
like
think
there's
they
so
do
many
have like a full album coming out though soon,
yeah, they
or like a
should. I
EP.
maybe in like a month or two, maybe?
Yeah, they always do this with their releases. They like drop like
Yeah.
a single, and then like they drop the rest like later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Uh.
that I it's just but yeah, like the thing is with I genuinely did enjoy the way the How Sweet music video was done.
Oh, okay.
That was very reminiscent of ETA with like the um location changes and stuff, but like
Yeah.
also like the fact that it kind of follows like a little storyline throughout where
Oh,
like they were
yeah,
like
yeah,
going to different places.
yeah.
So I guess like if we're talking about the music video itself, like that's kind of reminiscent of ETA, but I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
the song itself is very
Oh, okay,
reminiscent of
okay.
ETA.
So you weren't a fan of bubblegum too much then, but
I
did you
guess
like How
not.
Sweet then?
So, yeah, How Sweet was my favorite.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Does it top like all the other songs that New Jeans released so far?
I think for me, my favorite still has to be like I didn't even say it, but it was oh my god, it's like my favorite song from New
Oh,
Jeans.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like oh my god, and then Ditto. Like Ditto is like my second favorite.
Ooh,
But
okay.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna top that for now. I feel like um I don't know. I feel like I want something more, something newer. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it all kind of follows the
Something newer than
same
New
type.
Jeans?
No, I feel like I want something more than just like a repetitive chorus. Like I feel
Oh,
like
I
that's
see.
it's kind of getting overdone at this point in my opinion.
Yeah, like the Y2K, like even before New Jeans debut, like it's already been around, but like
Hmm.
they made it popular. But now, like now that they made it popular, like now everyone is doing it, and now like we feel
Yeah,
like oh, it's getting kind of old now, so like we need something new
yeah.
again. Yeah.
There's just I just the thing is every time I think about this I'm like oh am I falling into the stereotype where someone has to do something new to be good because I know there's like this like there's like a statement that Taylor Swift said. She was like a woman has to reinvent herself every like every album release because like she calls every album an era, right? So
Yeah.
every new album she put out, she had to reinvent herself. And I'm like, am I falling into that stereotype of wanting these girls to do something more or something new because their girls, or because it feels like it's overdone at this point. Like
No,
I don't
I don't
know
think
if
you're the only one. Like I feel that way too with like a lot of the groups I stand. And even like
hmm
just looking at like I guess the whole like K-pop as a whole right now.
hmm
If it really does feel like um everything is like being overused
yeah.
again or revamped, remixed in some kind of new way.
I
Um
I genuinely kind of want to see them explore a new genre. Like I feel
mm-mm.
like pop is nice and all, but like I would like to see if they could do like rock
Yeah.
alternative, like something,
Yeah.
like a different type of genre. Maybe they don't have to change up like what they're doing, like music video wise, but maybe try a new genre. See, like instead of doing what works, maybe try something new to see. Like one group I think really kind of hits the nail on this is NCT. Like
Mm-mm.
they're very experimental with their music, which I enjoy
Mm-mm.
because it's not. The thing is, it's not everyone's taste. Like Sticker,
Yeah, for sure.
everyone hated that shit when it came out, but then people started vibing to it.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe try a new sound, be a little bit more experimental. I kind of want to see uh just like add your own flair to something instead of doing something that's like that's
Yeah.
redone
I
multiple
think a
times
great
before.
example that I don't listen to NTC's music. Probably that's the
Mhm.
reason because like I think a lot of
Yeah,
their experimental sounds like doesn't hit with me, so I
like
just never got into
yeah,
it. But like I think NMIX and like even
hmm
ITZY like are great examples of
yeah,
like changing shit up, right?
hmm
Like and actually like I do like NMIX's like I guess what do they call it mix pop style?
yeah.
Like I didn't like Oh. I don't think
Oh yeah, no,
Oh was not my
I.
thing, but Dice
hmm
was like really good. And like same
hmm
with Love Me Like This.
But
But
yeah, like it's possible. It's not like it's
yeah.
like not something people don't like, but it's I just think being a little bit more experimental is not a bad thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sure, NCT might get a lot of flack because not only do they have multiple different subunits and multiple different like, uh uh multiple different kind of flops. In a sense, like when it first came out, like songs
Multiple
weren't the best.
flops. Is that what you just said?
Okay, yes, but like I don't mean like they flopped in terms of music. It's just when the song first comes out, people say it's bad. But the thing is,
Yep.
it gets a lot of press, and people start listening to it, and then people are like, oh wait, maybe, maybe not, maybe, because I was one of the people that hated on Sticker when it came out. I'm not gonna lie, I did not like Sticker when it first came out, but then I started listening to it like unironically,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm
Nah.
vibing with
That
this.
was me with Sneakers ITZY.
Yeah, see, like Sneakers got a lot of like bad press when it first
It
came out,
was
but then people,
so bad for them.
yeah, I don't think it was because of the song itself. It was the fact that they were kind of hinting at like having like a royal concept, and then it was
Yeah.
kind of scrapped. I don't
Yeah.
think it was the song itself. It was the fact that their concept was fucked,
Yeah.
essentially. I would love to see it in a royal concept though. That would be so sick.
I feel like they've done it before, no?
Have they? I'm
I'm
gonna
not
like
sure.
I like the only thing that I saw that was like kind of royalish was like their promo stuff for
Mm.
Sneakers. But yeah,
Yeah. This is unrelated to like our music song review, but like
yeah,
I
we
do miss
kind of
ITZY. I miss ITZY. I really miss ITZY.
yeah.
Like
I
they were
but their
so
new
big
album.
when I got into K-pop, and now like
Hmm,
people kind of like forgot about them because now everyone's like standing aespa or
yeah.
NewJeans, Le Seraphim. Like I
hmm
feel bad for them.
Also, like the fact that like how I was talking about mental health before, Leah had to take a break.
Oh
Was it
yeah.
Leah?
Oh my god. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Leah.
Leah
Yeah.
Leah had to take a break. And the thing is, I started seeing people talk about ITZY as an OT4 group, and I'm like, just because she's on a break doesn't mean she's not part of the
No,
group,
but they've been
okay?
saying that ever since. Like even like when
Yeah.
Leah was not on hiatus, because they always called her like a bad dancer and everything.
Yeah.
So like they're
Like
always
some
like,
people
if
were
Leah was out of the group, they would just have like the better dance group, right?
mm, like people were saying, oh, they took advantage of the fact that Leah wasn't here to give them the choreo for Born to Be. And I'm like, I don't usually comment on things on
Mm.
platforms because I feel like uh it's really redundant because like a lot of the things that I think a lot of other people said, but it was
Yeah.
said that like you do realize that when she does come back from her hiatus, she's gonna do the choreo, right? Like she's gonna
Yeah.
kill the choreo.
Yeah.
Like
She'll have to learn it.
I genuinely don't understand how people can just, say things like that and like expect like idols to be able to smile and perform for them, you know?
Yeah. Especially when like she's literally on mental leave and then that's how they're like commenting about Leah. Like
Yeah.
you're the reason why she's on mental leave.
Yeah.
Like
Or like
let that sink in.
another person that I feel so bad for, Junghyun from Twice. Like, girl,
Yeah.
the thing is, she looks so healthy right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was like I didn't really stand Twice until like I think last like 2 years ago when I ended up going to their concert.
Mm-hmm.
I saw photos of like or videos of her like pre her entering the hospital and then having to end up gaining weight to like be healthy. Girl looked like a twig. She looked super unhealthy. Now I'm not gonna say that being skinny is like a sign of like they're your thing, but like her then compared to her now, she looks so much healthier, and I'm just like, why are you commenting on someone's weight? Like that, like sometimes when I think of myself, like I think, like I notice that I start doing it. I'm like, okay, hold on, that's not my place. Like I don't know her struggles, and I shouldn't be commenting on her body, but like she looks healthier, and it's just like, are we really gonna make her feel bad about the way she looks? Like, is that really necessary? And like
she's
female
so happy
idols get it,
now, you know?
yeah. And female idols get it a lot more than male idols do. And I'm not saying, but male idols also get hate for the way that they look.
Yeah.
Like it's genuinely just like why.
For male idols, it's more like their face, right? If it's ugly, but like they don't really look like body too much, right?
They don't.
But if like for girls, like it matters like a lot more. Like your face has to be good, your eyes have to be a certain way, your nose has to be small, your lips have to be plump.
Like the beauty standards are so
crazy, unrealistic, and like it's making these girls like, oh my god, like have you seen like in ILLIT they made all those girls get veneers?
Really?
Yes, they all have veneers when they're all underage, pretty much. I think maybe one of them is
bad for them.
It's just, why would you make underage girls get veneers, kind of deal, when like their teeth was already fine in the first place?
It's so stupid.
It's like just to get that like pearly white smile that like looks appealing, but no, they're just let them have like there's no like natural beauty.
Yeah, it's terrible. I can't.
You're overwhelmed.
I'm just frustrated at this point because it's just I'm being very repetitive. I know you like it's very telling that I'm very repetitive, but it's just
okay. I can tell that you're frustrated and like I think a lot of K-pop stans, especially like I'm friends with like Sissy was on the podcast on my canceled podcast earlier, right? And like she's no longer stan, right? And like it's kind of like the same reasons how we feel right now, where like not only like has the music changed, but like kind of like the whole industry like changed because of how popular K-pop has become. Like now it's on TikTok, like Twitter is prevalent, like it's different now, right? And like these idols are not the same as what they once were back in third gen and second gen when Sissy was a stan.
Stan. There's a competition. I know Soyeon from G Idol. She was one of the judges. So basically, the audience got to vote on who got to pass, but then they would vote for the people. They would vote for the prettier people, but they had no talent, and then they would let go of the people who were like who didn't fit their beauty standard, who had such good talent. And so like I think she got pissed and she was like, what are you guys doing? Like we need to like focus on the fact that people have talent rather than their look. Like K-pop has become such like a beauty thing at this point rather than a music thing, and it's just like we're losing um the plot.
Yeah.
Like
But
it's becoming
that
yeah.
kind of like reminds me now of like it's not just like the beauty standards, but it's also like people like they saw them as a joke, right? When they were
Hmm.
performing. So I feel like that made them vote for them because it's like, oh, this is someone who we can put down, you know? Like we'll bring them up and then tear them down
Hmm.
kind of deal, right? And I think
Yeah.
fans love like not fans, sorry, like haters and like these
Hmm.
netizens love to do that with the idols.
Yeah. It's
Uh
just it's just unnecessary use of their time.
mhm.
Like I said before, get a job.
This is gonna be a really long podcast episode if we keep
I'm
rambling.
sorry, I'm a yapper.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, honestly, okay, I honestly do have more planned for this episode, but at the rate that we've talked, I feel like I think we're good.
It's gonna be like a 3 episode.
It's good. It's almost it's reaching let me see. I think an hour and 30-minute mark.
Oh
Hold on, let
damn.
me just double
I'm
check. I
sorry,
mean,
I'm a
obviously I'll
yapper.
cut some shit, but like, okay, I know
Yeah.
actually it's reaching a 2-hour mark too.
I feel like you need to cut out the part where like I continuously talk. I say like the same thing over and over again sometimes, so you're just
Yeah.
gonna have to cut that
Yeah.
shit out.
I promise myself I'll get an episode out this week, but maybe it's gonna be next
Maybe
week with the
not.
amount of
Maybe
I have
next
to
week.
cut
I'm
out.
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. You know, just for you, Thuva, like I'll invite you again soon. Okay. So so this is gonna conclude our second episode of Delulu Hour. Thuva, I'm super happy I got to talk to you about K-pop. I miss talking about K-pop. You know, I took
Uh,
pretty much a month break from K-pop, talking about K-pop, and now I got to talk to you about it, and I enjoyed every single second of it.
it was
uh,
fun talking to someone who talks back, you know?
I know, yeah, because I know when you talk to your friends, they probably it's like talking to a wall probably because they don't understand anything that you're saying.
Either they understand, but they're focused on something else, or they just don't listen.
Oh, I see. Well, this is a good format because I'm forced to pay attention to what you're saying. Anything you want
I
to
hope
say?
you
Any
have.
last thoughts?
I feel like I've said everything that I thought throughout the episode. So
Okay.
anything I say is gonna be very repetitive. So
Okay.
I think I'm good.
Anything you want to like shout out or like say that you're looking forward to?
Stream Armageddon by Espa.
Armageddon. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Real quick. I love I like Supernova more than Armageddon.
Honestly, I get it, but I listened to Armageddon first. For me, I feel like it's whatever I listen to first that I'm very more attached to.
For me, the only part I like for Armageddon is the bang shitty bang bang shitty bang bang.
Mm.
But
I don't know. I
for
just
Supernova, I
yeah.
just love the like throughout the entire song. It's like so cunty. Period. Yeah, we're down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do next episode, guys. We're gonna explore new groups and talk about whatever random shit that comes up. We're gonna yap so much. All right. Anything else? You're good, right? I shouldn't give you. You know, I'm not even gonna give you an opportunity unless you're gonna say something. Just wave by. Just wave by. Bye, bye, guys. See you all. Maybe next week. Maybe the next week after.
Maybe not.
Bye.
Bye.